That's right, boys. Welcome to the side of the ring. Because it's time for some Ringside rumors, of course. PW Insider says William Regal is finalizing a deal with WWE and he will be heading there after the new year in what they describe as a backstage role. So we talked about this in today's episode. And, I mean, there's really not much else to say. I pretty much said literally everything that they said here. I really like the fact that some people are like, oh, I want him to be a manager. He wasn't a manager, though. But he wasn't a manager in WWE. He was the GM for, okay, was a manager, that's true. Like, you know, a manager for like a wrestler they were talking about. And, oh my Lord, man. I love they're complaining. And it's just like, what did you think he was going to do? You thought he was just going to show up and be in like a barbed wire death match? Like, he's going back to what he was doing. Meanwhile, Dave Meltzer said on Wrestling Observer Radio that it's expected AEW will have something planned to address his departure on this coming Wednesday night's episode of Dynamite. He said he's heard many different stories from multiple people. It appears he has some kind of out. What if AEW is just like he died? Like, obviously he's not actually dead, but like, because he got hauled off in the ambulance. What if they were just like, he didn't make it. He suffered serious. Okay, but then that means that MJF killed kayfabe, killed William Regal. And now he is going to get nuclear heat. And I don't know how MJF is actually going to spin that. And that would actually be pretty fun to watch. Oh my God. What if they do the thing that they did with Shaq where they open the door and he's just not in there? They should have done that, man. They should have done that. And boop, he just goes to WWE. That would have been the greatest thing in the world. Where is Shaq anyway in kayfabe? We're still trying to figure that out. Next, last note on Regal. For what it's worth, EC3 told Sportskeeda that he heard Regal was instantly regretful of his decision to sign with AEW when he saw there was a maturity issue within management. So apparently that's been debunked. No, I think that's the truth. That is the truth. And then the thing about no one listening to Regal, that was false. So maturity issue? That makes sense. Well, okay. Well, yeah, maybe, you know, because he was there the whole time. So maybe he was like looking at the elite and everything and he saw that. So, I mean, it's got to be that, right? It's got to be centered around the elite. And it's got to be centered around like, you know, Guevara and Andrade and all that sort of stuff. Because that was happening when he was there, right? That whole Andrade Guevara situation. I understand where he's coming from. I mean, have you seen the guy who's been around the world and then some? So, like, of course this guy's going to be like, bro, nobody acts like this. Like, who acts like this? For what it's worth, Ric Flair claimed on his To Be the Man podcast that he's talked to Sasha Banks. I thought that said Santa. I'm not going to lie to you. And she wouldn't go to AEW. And he expects if she comes back to pro wrestling, it will be with WWE. I'm not even going to lie if Sasha Banks ended up on AEW. I'd be like, oh, God. Not even against Sasha Banks, but just because it would just be that thing of like, what is she going to do? What is she going to do? What is she going to do? Because it would just be, was she going to feud with Britt Baker? Like, what is she going to do? If she came back to WWE, she has more things going on in WWE than she does with AEW. Like, I genuinely, if she came back, I would be like, oh, no, don't do this to her, you know? Like, I would genuinely be upset. Finally, Fightful Select says Scarlett's in-ring return was listed internally for a dark match after SmackDown this past week, but ultimately did not participate. What's more, Scarlett was apparently never informed of the match and was surprised at the listing. Well, it's a good thing it didn't happen then, because otherwise you know, is that my music? You know? So, I'm glad that... What do you mean? What are you talking about? You got to go out there. What? If she does end up wrestling, cool. I like it when you've got the wrestler and then the manager and both of them wrestle. So, like, they both have experience and they're both going to get featured on TV and stuff like that. And, you know, it's just good for both of them. That's why I like that Rhea Ripley was in, you know, Judgment Day, and I like that Zelina Vega's in, like, I like when there's, like, ladies in stables, just because, like, now you can do women's matches now instead of just strictly men's matches, and then the woman manager is, like, off to the side, not doing anything. Like, I like when they get, like, involved, you know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, you know, again, only time will tell, and we're just gonna have to wait and see if she's actually going to have a match. You know, nope, sorry, never mind, no match for you. I was dressed though. Yeah, get out. All right, what do we talk about? I was about to put this down and realize that I don't have photographic memory. William Regal's going back to WWE, and he left AEW because of a maturity issue. That makes sense, and they're going to address it on Dynamite. Again, that makes sense. I want them to, I know it's not going to happen, but man, that'd be great if they were like, oh, William Regal's back, and they, you know, brought back the image, and they like open the doors, and he's just not in there, like, where'd he go? And then immediately just move on. Don't even, that's all they do. Where did he go? And that's it. Immediately move on with the show. They do, it's a cold cold open, right? The doctor goes into the room. Where did he go? And then fireworks. As soon as you're questioning, boom, fireworks, and there you go. Show starts. There you go. I don't want Sasha Banks to go back to AEW because I feel like she would get lost in the shuffle like instantaneously. Like whoop, yeah, and gone. Where'd she go? I saw a flash of blue, and that was it. Yeah, Scarlett's in-ring return was listed internally for a dark match after SmackDown this past week, but ultimately did not participate. What's more, Scarlett was apparently never informed of the match and was surprised at the listing. That is great. That is great. Hey, Charlotte. Yeah, or Scarlett. Great. Good start. You don't have a match. I had a match, and now I don't have... Huh? That's awesome, dude. All right, boys. That's going to do it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode, because I certainly enjoyed making it. I'll definitely catch you guys in the next one.